What's up, everyone? This is Frost, doing another commentary on D-Dust 2. This is for ESC8 invite, and I'll be playing under Blight Gaming today, and we'll be playing Pandemic. I'll be using the alias Akuma because someone decided to steal my ESC8 invite name when I changed it, but no worries. Let's get straight into it. Dust 2 is one of our stronger maps, and we like to play a little bit differently on pistols. We like to play an aggressive middle, because a lot of teams seem to play mid or attack mid on their pistols, and 1B. And you see I throw this smoke here, and it gives me a huge advantage on pistol. I'm able to pick mid without really being able to get hit, and I think Schaefer actually gets dinked by my USP here. And you can see Mo's playing with me on this rotate, and we're just watching for any pushes B and mid.
It's sunshine,
we're
bro.
pretty
He's
confident we
not.
can
Watch
retake
out, you can't just zoom out.
A if they do decide to take up that site. And Mo and me are challenging mid right here, just kind of spot it, just letting them know that we know they're there, so they'll be kind of reluctant to take up cat. Daze gets a good pick here. We do call that they're cat, they're trying to work cat and lower B, and Daze is able to take out 2 lower B. After we get these 2 picks, we like to play a little bit more aggressive, kind of surprise them, and I do get a flash off here that kind of blinds him, but I kind of whiff. And we're able to trade kills and stick together. Nothing too special, we stuck together, especially on pistols. We don't just push in by ourselves. We make sure we have at least one teammate behind us. So I did Dome Schaefer here mid, and he asked who did it. Yeah, that's smoke mid, especially on pistols. I always buy a smoke grenade, and it kind of helps you in 2 ways. It lets you pick mid, and it doesn't let them know how many people are crossing. So on this round it's an eco, and we're just making sure they're not doing any kind of rush. I throw the smoke here by the palm tree to my left, just in case they rush on mid. I could play behind it for cover. I throw it because a lot of teams like to hit B on their eco, even though they decide to hit, I think, A on both these rounds, and they do. So me and Laurent played it pretty well, pre-naded it, pre-flash B, and I threw that smoke. If I heard any flashes coming out mid, I probably would have played behind that smoke by the tree, and it's really hard for them to get, you know, through there when there's an MP5 hiding behind the smoke. So they didn't hit B that round. I'm kind of expecting maybe another B hit because they failed at A. So I think I throw the smoke again. And me and Lauren do get ready for this. Lauren calls no one there, so he just rushes in. Casey gets some nice kills with TMP. And Mo and Casey like to buy the TMP. It's a cheaper option, but it's a lot weaker, and it has a little bit more recoil than the MP5. I like to buy the MP5 because it seems to have like a lot less recoil. Either or is fine, but you should usually have a couple MP5s or Clarions in there, and not just fully TMPs. So this is their first buy round. This is a team that has 3 oppers in Schaefer, K-Sharp, and Funshine. So I'll be playing with the op a little bit more often during this match than I usually would, because I can get away with it. Since Mo got picked mid, I'm going to have Laurent rotate off and me get to the back of site with an op. You'll see me play this spot a lot. It's one of my favorite spots to play. It basically controls B. And what I like to do here, what a lot of players don't do is, I don't like to hold the corner and just stand up and let them try to get a free pick on me. What I like to do is let them kind of see that I'm not at bricks, and they'll maybe start walking in, and I'll get a free kill if I randomly peek up. So Funshine's getting some picks, and I might have to start rotating here since I don't see anyone. And we know they're hitting A. Now they have control of cat this round, so what I do here is I think unless we get a few more picks, I'm not going to go for it. I think it's crucial I save the op, especially since you can get picks on this map pretty easily. Even if we do have to eco save next round, I could possibly go for a pick mid and give us the advantage. Having 1 gun on eco rounds is really good because they don't know if you're buying or not. If we have 1 op and 4 deagles, A lot of times they don't know if we're buying or if we're just saving that one op, so they have to kind of slow down their strat more than they would if they knew we had deagles. So I think a problem we have during this match, and that Mo didn't really realize until later in the rounds, is just how many ops they do have. So we took a little bit more risk than he should have. We decided to buy this round, and I drop a Clarion because that's the only gun I could afford. And they aren't picking mid. I throw that smoke mid because they don't know if I can push out into it or not. I spot one cat, and I call it for dazed. The setup we like to play usually is having 2 people mid at the start, usually me and Mo, and try to get picks and play a little bit more aggressive mid, and then have Mo fall off to A and play the ramp, and play 2 long, usually aggressive. We don't usually play with too many cat unless we like to unless we're switching up something. So as you can see, I'm playing on that rock, and I got picked by Funshine, but I'm not too discouraged because I know it's a good spot, and I'll probably use it later in the game. He just got a really good shot on me. It's up to Lauren and Casey here. But there's not too much they can do because Pandemic has controlled cat. So we do get some trades off, and I think we tell Casey here to save. We did force buy last round, so it's important he saves this gun. I believe he gets picked because Sunshine makes a nice shot here, but it would have been really good if he could save this gun. And he does get picked. So we're starting to learn their tendencies a little bit. They seem to be running in default, not really hitting B too much. I think we start to learn that Sapphire is their only player that goes B most of the rounds. And what they like doing is working up cat for the most part and taking control of cat. They really give up long, which is kind of a advantage for us, even though Laurent gets picked here. So Laurent gets picked, and I decided to play aggressive because I have to make something happen here. So I'll be playing lower B tunnels. I ran through that smoke, I threw again through the crack. You can throw that smoke without being picked, and I ran to lower B without them knowing. I don't see any B tunnels, so I figure they're going A, and I call that they're most likely going to be doing an A take. And again, I'm playing on this box because I'm pretty sure they don't know I'm here. And we do get a deagle kill. And again, Sapphire push, so I'm starting to realize that this is their strat. Have Sapphire hit tunnels late. Mo takes over my spot at B, although he probably should have played this a little bit more passive considering we didn't really see any B except for that one player without the bomb. And what Mo's doing right here is calling that they're not B tunnels, so we're stacking A. Lucky for us here, Casey gets 3 amazing deagle kills, and we just relied on our skill there on to kind of win that. And Mo goes for the cleanup on Funshine. So that round, nothing special. Just we outskilled them. Casey got a few nice deag shots. 3-1 digs, I believe, and that kind of changed the round for us. It's a huge momentum changer because that was an eco round for us, and that was a buy round for them, a full buy. So I throw my gun across to hopefully, because one of their ops might shoot at it, and I think later in the round we'll see that they do shoot at it, and it avoids one of us getting picked. So I heard B tunnels here. I heard him going lower, so I rotate off. They don't like to play aggressive. Sapphire gets a nice 1 dig on me, but I should have waited for that smoke to come out probably. But again, our ops are at A, and we don't really mind if they come out mid. They kind of run into our ops at the A site, so it's something we can live with. And we just get cleanup kills because they're on an eco. So again, a lot of times I'll play that M4 setup, but against ops, I prefer to op. I don't like playing rifles, especially on Dust 2. The only reason I'm buying rifles here is because we're kind of on short buys here. And again, I threw my gun across and they shot at it, so it prevented us from losing any health. And my job as a mid-rotator is to just kind of make sure Laurent can get into sight without dying, prevent any rushes, and stop any rushes like this one. So I throw a flash in and I take recontrol of sight, and I'm just throwing grenades so my teammates can rotate. I'm just trying to hold them off right here. Again, them having this many ops is kind of making them at a disadvantage. They can't rush into the site, they kind of have to hold their angles. And because they don't have many rifles, I'm playing the spot right here, which is a spot that can surprise people once in a while. I don't hear anything, so I call the rotate to go off. And I believe Laurent called that bomb was down. So I just peek up and just peek over that box. Really surprised Sapphire, I think. She wasn't really expecting it. Again, I like to play the game a little bit more random than other people. I like to just randomly peek spots. I like to hide for a long period of time, let people make their move, and then peek out. Like I did with the op at the back of the B site. I like to let people work their way into sight and then just randomly peek up. And it's worked out so far. As the mid rotator, it's my job to smoke mid, so I always smoke mid and rebuy. It's important to have smoke every round. I see that they're not peeking, and Laurent just decides to rush lower B because they're not peeking. If they're not going to peek lower B, we're going to punish them every round by rushing lower B or rushing mid. So Laurent calls mini B, so I decide to nade. And I do a pretty good job here taking out a couple. I probably should have hit here, but they take me out, but my teammates already rotated by then. And Daisy is able to rotate early because Laurent called 5 in tunnels. So again, if teams don't pick mid, we like to play a little bit more aggressive. We kind of force them to pick mid. If they're not going to pick mid, War Machine's going to push, or we're going to do something more aggressive. So we'll see later. The way I pick mid is this little strafe peek to the right corner. No one was there this round, but again, I throw the smoke up mid, and I get into this corner. I love doing this because you can see spawn without them really seeing me. And if they cross the green box, it's an easy shot. I take a pick lower B, I get my pick, and I decide to play passive now. It gave us a huge advantage, giving us that pick, me getting that pick, so no need to ruin it by getting counter-picked. And again, I play on that rocket surprise here. I get a few nice shots here. I play a little bit too aggressive here. I get 3 kills and I keep peeking. And I should have known Funshine would be holding that corner. And I think because I picked that corner and we picked lower B, we did lose this round. And that's a huge blow to us after someone gets 3 kills to still lose the round here. So Daze doesn't really know what they're going, so he's going to try to get a kill here mid, and he does. He almost wins this round, but Vulcan gets a nice headshot on him. He did the right thing, but it was kind of our fault. Even though I did get 3 picks, me and my teammate lower B should not have peeked that op mid, and that kind of costed us the round there. So we're getting a feel for what they're doing. Our setup is working for the most part. We made some mistakes on our part by peeking, not really our setup screwing up. Mo gets picked again, so I'm forced to take over the job at B while Laurent plays mid. I don't spot anything B, but I do see a grenade. I like playing this spot right here and just randomly peeking once again. Sometimes people don't really expect it. You come up really quickly and get a free shot on them. And again, the advantage of that rock spot is you can see catwalk even if it's smoked on Xbox, unless it's double smoked. So my teammate's holding long, so he tells me to come up cat. He gets picked a little early. It would have been nice if he could stay alive. And And what I'm going to do here is just try to get a pick. If I can get an entry really early, I might go for it, but I doubt I will. And I believe I do hit K-sharp through the box here. But at this point they have 2 long and 1 in sight. There's really no chance of me winning this round, so I'm just going to try to save this op. And again, a point being that mid-rotator, if you're a player that plays mid-rotator, it's all about timing your aggressiveness and playing passive. You want to make sure they don't know what you're doing. If you play passive every round, they're going to adjust their strat to counter your passiveness. That's why occasionally if someone gets picked, I won't be afraid to go be aggressive. Like if Mo gets picked, I won't be afraid to try to go get a pick because I know that will help us. And you see I get this nice pick here on K-sharp by doing that strafe peek on that corner. That's something I like doing a lot. Because with the strafe hitboxes in this game, you see him before he can see you. And if you pre-fire that corner at the right time, you can usually get an easy pick. I got the pick again and I played too aggressive. We were at a 5v4 advantage and I played way too aggressive again. Probably should have played a little bit more passive there. So War Machine gets picked, playing aggressive again. He's trying to make a play. We have Mo in the back of B site at my spot. Daze gets picked here. He probably shouldn't have picked Pit with a deagle against an op, and it's a mistake he knows he made. And Mo misses a bunch of easy shots here at mid. I think he hits the guy, but he accidentally whiffs pretty hard. Mo's in kind of a bad situation here. Should probably try to save this op. Bomb isn't planted yet, so Mo isn't trying to save it. Hopefully he can catch them off guard. So they get the bomb down, and one's hiding a goose, pretty smart. Baited Mo out, and Punchline was just set up perfectly. That was a really good setup on their part. Especially if you're a rifler, you're not going to try to take on that op. So I'm feeling confident about picking mid at this point. I've picked them enough that I think they're going to play a little bit more passive, and I believe I just hit Schaefer through the door. Laurent decides to play a little bit more aggressive this round, because we know Sapphire kind of delays B, and he does just push out and get her because he knew he just plays passive like that. And I did hit Schaefer and he was able to kill him. Again, I randomly peeked mid. I don't usually do that, and it caught Punchline off guard. Now I'm playing this rock spot, my favorite spot on this map. So he's long A with an op right here, and I'm making sure we don't get counter picked off, so we're just all rushing at the same time. Laurent flanks him perfectly from lower B to long A. And I believe we get an ESCA invite challenge alert. And we joke around about going into that. Though no one laughs, I think. So again, I get that same counter strafe pick on Punchline. He hits me this time, but still, it's a really difficult shot for him to hit unless he's really focusing on it. So Laurent hears some action at B tunnel, so I play a little bit more conscious of that B push. As you can see, I'm looking at the top of that Xbox because a lot of teams try to strafe out there and pick mid, and it really surprises them if you're on that rock. And again, you gotta know what you're working with. Our team is really strong oppers, and me, especially me, Dazed, and Mo. So we were able to play a kind of a 3-op setup to counter their 3 ops. Had we had less ops, we might have played this a little bit more passive and differently. but it's really working in our advantage right now, having our ops be aggressive and peeking. So we're just going to keep working with what's working. And at this point I've picked mid 3 times and got a pick almost every round. So I'm thinking they're either going to be on a half buy or possibly, yep, they are going to be on a save this round. Their final round they just bought out, and Lauren and me just clean up and do it. I'm going to call for Schaefer mid and I just make a nice shot here. So again, what we did to win those 10 rounds was counter the strat. We found out that Sapphire likes to play by herself B, and they would send a default there, and they like to work mid and cat. So we weren't as concerned with B after the first few rounds, and we were more focused on their cat, take, and mid. And we started getting picks with our ops because we felt confident we could outpick them, and we got a lot of picks. So T-side pistol, I'm probably going to go into a default setup with me and Mo going down mid and me picking from spawn, and a couple of our guys coming out mid. Coming out lower B, and one holding long. Actually, this round we decided to take 3 long and go through mid instead of lower B. So me and Mo are kind of controlling mid right here. Just shooting Volcano, throwing grenades. I land a decent grenade on him and do some damage. Lauren gets a nice pick. And again, we're just controlling mid. Volcano throws a nice flash though and randomly peeks. But Casey was smart enough to counter pick him off, and we got a good trade here. And I love getting trades on T side. I'd rather be tied on T side than CT side. If you can get a 4v4, T's always have the advantage, in my opinion. So Daze does a random peek and gets a kill. Picks up the USP and uses its range to his advantage. And they're not playing too aggressive here, they're just playing perfectly looking for trades. Try not to get picked off, and he's playing the bomb time. And Daze is able to get him from long range with the USP picked up. So that was well played. I defender up this round, I believe, and this is one of the few maps I'll defender, because I play a position where I'm usually far away and not really entering, so I don't mind having a rifle. I don't think I'm really going to die with it. We like to get Mo and Lauren down mid and lower B really quickly on ecos, and Daze decides to go lower as well, and we just overpower them with our MP5s. On eco rounds we like to stay together. A lot of teams like to stick together on their eco pistol rounds, and if you send only one person by himself, a lot of times what they'll do is 5 guys against 1. It's really difficult for that one person to hold his own ground, so we like to go in pairs or 3s on ecos.
Okay, let's go.
We're spamming the doors, we don't have any worry about any rifles trying to shoot us, so we're just spamming the double doors. I like to nade mid double door a lot because teams like to get on the left and right sides, and you can usually get a grenade off on someone standing there. And again, we didn't do anything too fancy. We stayed in packs and kind of let them come to us. We peeked everything slowly, didn't make really a move. We just called a default round, and we worked off our picks. So again, I'll be opping. My position is usually a green box, which is down here mid on the left. A lot of the time I have the option, my team gives me the option of rifling, but this is an op team. So I'll be opping a lot more. Mo gets a nice pick. I think I hit someone through the door as well. And after after Mo gets that pick, Lauren just decides to push up mid. He gets a nice kill, but probably should have played a little bit more passive there because he got counter picked. So we have the advantage here, 4v3. We're just waiting for any pushes. We know they're probably going to try to get aggressive because they're down. Schaefer kills him from long A, but somehow doesn't see me, so I'm able to get this kill. Kind of just lucky on my part. He didn't hear me or see me. And I know one plays on cat. Mo called it, so I just slow peeked it. And again, I'm not doing anything fancy, just holding my spot, waiting for it to rotate. My job is to kill any rotators or people pushing cat. And you can see their last guy. Try to push him over. That green spot is one of the most important parts of this map. I mean, one of the spots on this map. You pretty much control the entire midsection and any rotates. If your team decides to hit A, you're watching their cat flank, and you can hide there and wait for people to flank, which is what my job usually is. So they decided to smoke this round, so I'm not going to peek too long. And again, I'm just making sure there's no cat pushes or mid pushes. So Lauren's getting ready to push mid, and I'm going to cover him here. And I do a good job of covering him here. Nothing special. Just he called for me to cover him, and I did. And we know these last two people play long. Mo probably should have planted for cat, but he decided to plant for this long box. And I just get a nice kill on Shaver here. He tried strafe peeking me, shoulder peeking me, so I would shoot, and he could get a shot off on me. But I knew he was kind of on a low buy, so there's no need for me to shoot really quickly. And it may seem dumb, but this mid spot that I play is really important for getting these flanks. A lot of teams like to push. You'd be surprised how many flank kills you get from people trying to push cat from behind. And again, you get there really quickly, and you catch anyone boosting up cat really quick. I just caught Lloyd right there, trying to get a peek on cat. Though I'm pretty sure he knew I play there, he was at a bad angle. I was able to get an off shot off on him. And from this point on, it's just good calls. We don't really know where Volcano is, but somehow he ends up mid here, and we're really surprised. We're all kind of looking in B spawn right here, or T spawn right here. Although he's in B right behind us. Kind of surprises us, but Casey gets a nice shot off on him. And that concludes my demo for ESA Invite. I believe this is week 1 against Pandemic. Dust 2 is one of our stronger maps. We used our ops to our advantage and counter-stratted them, figured out what they're doing, and just played off their mistakes. I hope you enjoyed my demo and my commentary.